About a year and a half ago, I was having the worst debilitating pain of my life. My right side jaw right here. And it was like this sharp shooting and the worst intense pain that you'd ever feel that would come on for like 10 or 15 seconds and then it would go away. And then would come back and it would go away. And it was horrible. I was a mom to 2 young kids. I was freshly postpartum and I had no idea what was going on. I ended up at the ENT's office and they said I had trigeminal neuralgia, which I now understand is like a pinched trigeminal nerve, or it could be pinched or there's pressure somehow on your trigeminal nerve. Now, being the person I am, I decided to decline the pain meds even though it was extremely painful, or whatever kind of shot they were offering me, and decided to go home and do some research. I also, at this time, had, pretty bad TMJ, that I've been living with for at least a decade, as well as this shoulder blade on my left side pain. And fast forward to today, I now understand how that's all connected, and including my tongue posture, and how my trigeminal nerve pain is actually coming from my neck. I completely lost my C curve after my second pregnancy in my neck, maybe even my first, but I didn't realize it until my second pregnancy that I didn't have the curvature to the spine that you're supposed to have. And I lost that and my neck was all messed up, all fucked up, right? And I was co-sleeping with my daughter, who I still do sleep with, but in a much better way. I was co-sleeping all curled up on my side all night long to provide for her, which, go moms. But it was a very hard time in my life. And I was just told by the doctors, yeah, this is called the suicide condition because there's nothing that you can do for it, unfortunately. And I was like, I am not going to accept that bullshit story. And I went home and I got to researching. That's how I first came across, well, first I started myofunctional therapy and I figured out my tongue posture, which interestingly enough, it was also leaning towards the right, which is why my teeth are messed up here, because my tongue does not sit level in my mouth when it does go up. And that myofunctional therapy helped me a lot. But it wasn't necessarily the myofunctional therapy that did it for me. It was learning actually how to put it up there and hold it back without tensing my neck and my whole jaw and everything else. But then part 2 of that was learning how to do fascia release. I had to release a lot of stuck tension in my whole body. It wasn't just my neck. I mean, that helped, but I had to do my pecs. I had to do my diaphragm. I had to do my ribs. Definitely my pelvic floor, my hips. The ground up is really like how this thing works. And I had to do a lot of that. I even had to do some fascia release on my jaw. And this is consistent. I had to work on this for a long time, like a year. And then my TMJ pain, magically, I woke up one day and I was like, I don't have TMJ pain anymore. And then I realized, I told my husband, I was like, I haven't had that, because the nerve pain comes and goes. I was like, I haven't had that for a while either. And I went to go see my chiropractor last week and he's like, your C curve is coming back into your spine. And I'm doing that. The 2 main components, there's a lot of other components, but the 2 main pieces are the fascia release, which is releasing stuck energy, trauma, demons, like all the shit from your body. And then the second part is the Bowspring yoga, or not even yoga, but just Bowspring posture, open body posture. I used to sit hunched over my car. I was hunched breastfeeding all day. I was hunched when I worked on a computer all day. We are all living this closed off lifestyle. And this is bringing life back to me. It's bringing life force back into me, something I lost a long time ago from this closed body posture. And it's changed my life, and I want it to change yours too. So if you're out there and you're suffering with trigeminal nerve pain, or you have TMD that just won't go away, and your neck is tight and your body is hunched and you just feel, ugh, there is a solution out there for you. And I want you to know that. I don't want you to give up. Don't let the doctors just put you on pain meds for the rest of your life and say, you have the suicide condition. I mean, talk about voodoo magic. Like, no one should be saying that to anybody. Don't even get me fired up on, like, that is the worst thing that you could ever say to somebody who is suffering. And I just want everybody to know that there is another way. And, you know, the body wants to work itself out. It wants to protect you and it wants to feel safe. And the way that it's going to feel safe is through your posture and through releasing. And yeah,